We are the TU Delft Hydromotion Team 2025, a passionate, multidisciplinary team of 25 students united by one shared mission: to drive the maritime industry towards a sustainable future. Our journey is built on the foundation of those who came before us, pioneers who redefined what's possible in maritime technology and sustainability. For nearly 2 decades, we haven't just built boats, we've written history. In 2005, a group of students from the Delft Waterbike Technology Project was approached with a bold challenge: to build a solar-powered boat capable of competing in the Frisian Nuon Solar Challenge. Driven by curiosity and a passion for innovation, they took on this task, designing and building a solar-powered boat that not only competed, but exceeded all expectations. Their success didn't just win the race, it ignited a movement.
Well, this team started just out of an idea, coming up with, I think it was Wubbo Ockels who started off an idea to have a sort of mimic of the Solar Challenge in Australia. There used to be a very famous Dutch ice skating tour around the 11 cities of Friesland. However, that's back to 1996, I believe. And there are numerous of variants with bicycles, I think rowing, and we also did it with a solar-powered boat. Yeah, well, in this case it was quite quickly transforming into more than full-time, because there was a date when the whole thing had to be ready. And basically it started off with just an idea and some components. Good luck with it, get it together. The foundation of the whole idea was based on sustainability, showcasing the possibilities. And I think for the maritime industry in general, it is a huge advertisement to show what young people are capable of, what this industry can be capable of, and how to bring all types of ideas together. I already like it to have founded something where a lot of people can be very enthusiastic on and develop a lot of things that will at least bring joy to a lot of people, and maybe in the long term also some developments that will help the world forward.
Inspired by their achievement, new groups of students carried the torch, refining and evolving the original idea year after year. What started as a one-time experiment became a legacy of pushing boundaries in sustainable maritime technology, marking the birth of the TU Delft Solar Boat Team. Over the next decade, the team continued innovating. In 2008, the boats won the Frisian Solar Challenge again, with a lead of 3 hours. This boat had a very small underwater hull with a depth of only 10 centimeters, which made the resistance minimal. The 2010 team were the first to implement our iconic hydrofoils, lifting the boat out of the water to reduce drag and dramatically increase speed. The next teams continuously innovated on the hydrofoils and the solar panel system. By 2016, the team reached a maximum speed of 55 km per hour. The 2016 team was also the first to participate in the race in Monaco, where they finished second. The team of 2019 built our first trimaran. It was a modular design with a 28 square meter solar deck, making it our largest and most advanced boat yet. This innovation led to a historic victory as world champions in the offshore class of Monaco.
So in 2019 we were upscaling the boat, mainly the reason because we wanted to show the maritime industry that we could also could conquer the waves, we could cross the ocean. We really wanted to show that we can really use the green energy in the offshore industry. A lot of my team members are also still in the maritime industry and working hard to make the dream that started kind of here to continue that, and then really in the maritime industry so they can really make an impact. It's a big step to take, and the only way we can help is show what the possibilities are. And if we can do it, then show the world you can do it as well.
In 2020, as the world slowed down, the TU Delft Solar Boat Team kept going. Faced with the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, the team found creative ways to continue innovating, and their boat could sail on only the power of a single water cooker. Instead of competing internationally, they organized their own race on the Ketelmeer, demonstrating resilience and innovation, even in uncertain times. In 2021, the team took a bold new direction, transitioning from solar to hydrogen power, adopting a new identity as the TU Delft Hydromotion team.
Yeah, the question why did we want to change to hydrogen? I still remember that we were in the office discussing our scope for our year in 2020, and we were discussing, do we want to go to hydrogen? We did really want to stay relevant for the maritime industry and how they can move forward towards a sustainable future. Yeah, everyone was it was a very, very big boat because we recycled the boat of the 2019 team to also really put their focus to get the hydrogen system working our year. And I still remember that everyone was it was 8 by 6 or something. It was really massive. Eventually thinking back that we were in Monaco at the end of the year with a working hydrogen powered boat that even did fly. That was unbelievable actually if you look back at it. Yeah, I think definitely all the student teams were also very excited to see how everything would play out. But also, of course, every team is working on their own project in that year. But our technical universities in Europe were also considering, hey, how do we stay relevant? Are there other things that we can try? So it sets an example that you can indeed take a big step, make a transition in 1 year. It also sets an example for the maritime industry. Of course, they cannot do it in 1 year. Their ships are much bigger, but it shows the potential. And if you put your mind to it, that a lot's possible with the right people together.
The following teams refined this vision further. In 2022, Evonik Monohull demonstrated hydrogen's endurance capabilities by winning Monaco's endurance race. In 2023, the team turned the tide with a foiling hydrogen-powered boat, once again becoming world champions in Monaco. In 2024, the team created the next wave and set out on a new challenge, crossing the North Sea.
For us, we thought we want to show that hydrogen also is applicable for the big ships on the open sea. And we wanted to show harbors we came across, some more unexpected than others, that hydrogen is also applicable in the maritime sector. The Dream Team is about setting new boundaries. It's about being ambitious like you do as well. So the previous teams were really enthusiastic about, you're gonna do something different. That is awesome, let's go for it, we're gonna help you. Engineers of Hydromotion dare to dream, as in no goal is big enough, crossing the North Sea, winning Monaco, letting boats fly. The difference between an engineer of Hydromotion and maybe other engineers is they dare to dream, they dare to inspire, to innovate.
Now, as a team of 2025, we're taking the next step to fuel the future, transitioning from compressed hydrogen to liquid hydrogen.
I think we're taking a big step forward again. In 2020, we switched to hydrogen. That was a big step at that time, and now we're seeing that this is the next big step to take. And of course, it has been hard because sometimes we've gotten some calls from people and they say, well, you're not going, it's just impossible. And it's been very difficult, but we talked about it and we just went on, and right now we're making incredible steps to finally succeed. So obviously we are a dream team. So it means that we need to set goals that are so ambitious that for some people it might seem impossible. But if we set goals that are so ambitious that people think, well, you're not going to make it work, that's not possible, and we do make it work, then that's what shows, hey, there's more possible in this world than we thought about before. And I think that's incredible that we do that.
For nearly 2 decades, the TU Delft Solar Boat team, now the Hydromotion team, has been at the forefront of innovation in sustainable maritime technology. Each generation builds on the achievements of the last, transforming bold ideas into tangible advancements. Together, we fuel the future of the maritime industry, paving the way for even greater breakthroughs yet to come.